Hello, families, IHSNO staff, and most importantly, the class of 2020. It appears that the time has finally come. It looks like it's time for me to get into the text one last time. It is a privilege to have earned the opportunity to speak on behalf of the class of 2020. I know, however, that each of you has your own voice and your own story, and I do not presume to speak for you. And I hope, rather, that by speaking a bit about my journey, that you can find something in it that speaks to you. When I was little, my parents noticed that I didn't talk to people much and acted very out of the ordinary for kids at that stage in their development. When my mom talked to me about it, I said, I can speak French and I can speak English, but I can't speak people. A little bit after this, my parents learned that I was on the autism spectrum. Autism spectrum disorder is a condition that can impair a person's social and cognitive capabilities. However, it can also have a few benefits. So while I could not interact with other people, I have had solace in the rich imagination and a love of learning. However bright the day may be now, it has come after some very dark nights. For quite a long time, it felt like I was cursed. I would get scared and confused and lash out against those who I thought had wronged me, whether it was classmates, teachers, or even my own parents. The world of people was a very confusing place. It got to the point where almost everyone I knew feared and loathed me. I even loathed myself. I was trapped in a bitter loneliness that I could not escape. I am sure that some of you have felt this way from time to time. Maybe you didn't like who you were or how you looked. Maybe you were frustrated by not being able to learn something. Maybe you too felt like everything was stacked against your success. I know that while my feelings are specific, I am not alone in feeling them. Like me, you didn't escape from these feelings all by yourself. Each of us has had special people in our life that help us achieve our dreams. One of those people for me was a man named Danny Duke. He was a speech and language pathologist at my elementary school. Mr. Danny guided me out of the darkness and taught me how to transform what felt like the curse of autism into a wondrous gift that I can use to help make the world a better place. I'd like to ask you to take a moment now to think about that someone for you. Who believed in you when you had trouble believing in yourself? Who saw you, who you become, and wasn't blinded by who you were at the moment? That person deserves your gratitude, and you need to say thank you. Speaking of gratitude, the time has come for me to show mine. For the people who helped me succeed, I would like to thank Mr. Wilson, Ms. Berger, and all the staff of IHSNO for helping the seniors actually finish this year under very challenging circumstance. I also must thank my classmates and friends who joined me on this journey. I would also like to congratulate my other 3 IB diploma peers who stuck with the diploma program the whole way. I would like to thank my sister for always being there for me, and my dad for being a beacon of wisdom and tranquility in these stressful times. Finally, I need to thank my wondrous mother. My mom was there whenever I needed her. She constantly pushed me to be better and better. Whenever I had trouble, she had a solution, and I know that no matter what happens to me in the future, I will always cherish her and love and strive to be able to be the best I can be. It is the least I can do after all the things that she has done for me. I want to take a moment now to acknowledge that not all of us were able to make it here. We have lost friends along the way, such as Pierre Smith in our junior year, as well as Cornelia Smith in our senior year. I believe that these two members of the class of 2020 are with us in spirit, and that we all carry them with us at this moment. Thinking back, we entered our formal education experience in a post-Katrina New Orleans, and are exiting in the midst of a global pandemic. I believe that these circumstances have cultivated qualities within us, such as resilience, flexibility, along with a greater sense of independence. I know that the past few months have been especially hard, and it may even continue to be difficult for some time to come. But we are the post-Katrina COVID-19 generation, and if we can succeed under those circumstances, we'll be able to accomplish anything. And to that I say, congratulations, class of 2020.